Honolulu. And I ain't got $1 billion, but I got a screw loose to the people that see the world just like the news.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. Set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. 21-yard line. Now it's Allen. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. They run for the first time with James Cook. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. The Bills hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Allen going to audible to a different look. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And now they'll shift things around. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. That's again complete to Palmer. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
319!
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Here's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Look at this Buffalo defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
That was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Now Milton. Escaping the pressure right. He's got him in. Complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80. 18, 5 here.
To throw, it's Milton. Incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 40 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. And that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Now Allen. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains. First down, here's the one with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Cook again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll buy some time right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Hawk 70. Viking 18.
straight ahead with Achan. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Throwing is Milton. They'll roll him out right. This is 2nd and 8.
Come on. Hey. Cougar 19. Ready.
On the handoff, it's Achan. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here we go. Strike. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
They'll run for it with Achan. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, he shoots past him. Just a 25-yard block, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Allen going to change the look here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now they'll change things up. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Allen to throw once more. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Milton. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A final shot before break. Milton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And going deep for Hill. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Right back to Achane on second down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bills' 45-yard line.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here's Milton now to throw. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The end result, 21 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run. Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. One more time with Achane. Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Milton. That's complete. It's Okurobunom.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Allen going to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie games, fourth quarter. These are plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Cook. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy may be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Okay, ready?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Milton. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
Here we go.
They'll give this to Chan. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Achan on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Panther 11. 70 Lions, 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Milton, flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Cut 19, cut 19. Cut 50, cut 60.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Here's Achan. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd and 6 coming up.
60 Bellcat, 60 Bellcat, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up now on 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. Right back to Achan on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. 3rd down now.
Control 80,
the play fake. Milton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Allen going to change this at the line. Back to throw. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll roll on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So it's a victory here.